In this video, we're going to talk about this incredible house behind me, over 3,300 square feet, almost 3 acres of land in an area of Mobile called Dawes. But we're not just going to talk about the house. Now we are going to give you a tour, but we're also going to talk about the overall area, some different neighborhoods around. We're going to talk about the schools, the shopping. We're even going to visit a hardware store that's been here for a very, very long time. Well, my name's Jeff Jones with Keller Williams, right here in the beautiful city of Mobile, where I've lived my entire life. And people are always reaching out to me. I look down at my phone, I don't recognize the number, and it's one of you all who have questions about the moving process of what it's really like. So shoot me a message, call the number on the screen, any way you want to reach out. I absolutely love getting to help folks, because this is what I love doing, are helping people make that transition to the city of Mobile. Okay, so before we head inside the house, I want to talk about a few details that really sets this property apart from everything else. Now, of course, this is going to make an incredible residential home. There's the house, it's also got a separate apartment in the back, but this property used to be used as like a wedding venue. I mean, you can have birthday parties, of course, weddings, you can have celebrations, all sorts of things on this property, and there's plenty of parking. I mean, it's really an ideal place to do that. But you think about having a house in the South. Come on up here. You know, a lot of times people talk about, we got to have a big front porch so you can sit down, you know, you're chilling out on the front porch. But the cool thing is, not only do we have this, we've got this identical size upstairs. So you've got this amazing property to look at, and then you've got the amazing property behind, perfect for a pool, perfect for anything you want out there. Well, let's go inside and take a look. So we walk in, got this beautiful staircase. Off to the left, this would be like a formal living room. So you've got plenty of room here, and if you notice, there's a lot of crown molding, you've got hardwood flooring. We're going to go over here, and we look and we see a formal dining room. So you've got plenty of room. Now, when this is used as a wedding venue, of course, this would be, imagine the bride's cake, and then you've got a butler's pantry right around here. Well, let's go ahead and go into the family room. So on the way to the family room, here you have a half bath. Now, this could be a place for your guest if you use it as a wedding venue, but also a guest place if you had your residence here. You got a coat closet, huge family room, and I love the wood details. You've got a real wood burning fireplace, just so many great things you can do here. Windows that open up into the back, and then you come on into this huge kitchen. You've got granite countertops, more cabinet space than you could possibly imagine. You've got an eat-in kitchen, you've got a utility space, and then, of course, you've got a 2-car garage. But check out this butler's pantry. How cool is this? So you've got a side entrance here, and then you can have all the space you need to prep. Now let's go ahead and head upstairs. Okay, so if you use this as a residence, well, you're separated. You've got all the bedrooms upstairs, and then you've got all the other living quarters downstairs. But if you use it as a commercial application, well, then again, you're isolated. You can have all the rooms where your guests get ready. I mean, think about how cool that would be. You've got a bridesmaids section, you know, you've got a room for your groomsmen, a bathroom, you've got all the space you need, and you have that separation from the downstairs to the upstairs. But let's stick our head in a couple of these bedrooms. So in this bedroom, of course, you view this beautiful property in the back, and then you can do the same with this bedroom over here. So this is a really, really good sized bedroom. And the great thing about this property are these windows are updated, so they're relatively new. You're not going to have any issues with that. And now, let's head on to the other bedroom and the full bath. We have a full bath, and then we go into this massive, massive bedroom. You know, normally, when you have a house, you've got a primary bedroom that's really large, but all the other bedrooms are really small. Well, not the case with this one. This room is huge, and then you've got a big closet. Of course, you look out here and you see that front porch that we're going to show you in just a second. So let's come around and see the primary bedroom. Again, this is huge. You've got plenty of space, king size bed. Of course, you have the windows that open up into the porch. And then this bathroom has something unique. Of course, they left the chair, and this is a place I'm sure that many a bride has gotten dressed here, done the hair, the whole 9 yards. You know, that's what happens. You got plenty of room to do that with all the mirrors. But the other great part about this is you have a massive, massive walk-in closet. And I'll show you what I mean. Check this out. And we come all the way around. So this place is huge. You've got enough room for his and hers or anything you want to put in here. But now, check this out. You've got this humongous front porch that opens up, gives you more space than you can imagine. Can you imagine actually drinking your coffee here in the mornings? I mean, this place is huge. It's absolutely gorgeous. The weather's beautiful in Mobile today. I think it's around 55 or so. Feels beautiful. You know, there's no humidity. Of course, well, we're in the middle of March, but this is what I'm talking about. And that's the beauty of this property. It's almost 3 acres and you can really enjoy it. You have a little privacy. You know, you're far enough off of Dawes Road so you don't hear a lot of road noise, but this place is beautiful. But now, save the best for last, we've got a surprise in the backyard. So come on. Now, as we walk out into the backyard, I will tell you, one of the biggest requests I get are having a separate quarters on the property for a mother-in-law, separate apartment, you know, many different applications. Well, this place has it, so let's check this out. We walk around and we've got all this space. Can you imagine the weddings that have been performed right there? Truly, truly beautiful. But the cool part is when this is used as a commercial property or a venue, you can actually come out here with your guests. They've got a bar right here on this property. So, you know, it can double as a bar, mother-in-law suite, whatever you want. It is super, super cool. So we're gonna go inside and you'll get to see, of course, this area, like a commercial kitchen type of arrangement. This is really, really made for a lot of different applications, but all of this can be the place where you send a teenager, you have a mother-in-law, you've got this, this great room area, and then you have a separate bedroom. And not only do you have a separate bedroom, but then you have a full bath with ceramic tile. Of course, this is like luxury vinyl plank here. So many different applications, but all of this on the property. So if you want to use it as a commercial property, you've got the main house, you've got the apartment back here, and you've got plenty of room to do so much else. It's really a great place. You may now kiss the bride. Can you imagine how many times that was said right here? It is so cool. So many applications, commercial, residential, a lot of potential right here. But now we're going to show you the area of Dawes and all it has to offer. So let's go. So one of the first places we're going to take you is in a neighborhood called Dawes Lake Estates. I had a house listed in here recently and I helped a buyer buy a property that's absolutely gorgeous on the lake. And as you can tell by driving around, you'll see that these properties, they're more of an estate type property. They're going to range in price from the low 400s to the mid 600s. In fact, right now, where we're filming this in March, there are 2 houses that are pending. One's around 500,000 and the other one is just under 600,000. So beautiful property. It's in a school system that is Baker High School, Causey Middle School. You've got Hutchins Elementary and Dawes Intermediate. So those are the schools that you would attend in this area. But if you're looking for a house in that 425 to 650 range, Dawes Lake Estates, beautiful sidewalks, beautiful lake, this is it. Okay, so as we continue on Scott Dairy Loop, there's another neighborhood. I actually sold a house here about 2 months ago. This neighborhood is called Stillwater, and it's going to be less expensive, but still very, very nice. These are going to range in the $300,000 to $400,000 price point. You know, you've got sidewalks, a lot of front entry garages, but this house that I helped my buyers get, they absolutely love it, and they've got this nice water feature here. So this is a D.R. Horton development, which if you move to Mobile, you're going to find that there are a lot of D.R. Horton homes. You've got D.R. Horton, Adams Homes, Mitchell Homes, a couple other builders. But this is a beautiful neighborhood. And as you can tell, well, you've got folks out skating on the sidewalk. You've got this water feature, just a lot of nice houses here. But everything kind of looks the same. But if you want to get in that price point, Stillwater and Dawes, it's a beautiful place. All right, so before we leave the neighborhood, if you'll notice, there are a lot of flags that are along the sidewalk. Now what's going on? That just means that these neighborhoods are getting fiber optic cable for super, super high speed internet. So, you know, it's a huge inconvenience for a little while, but it is clearly worth it. I've got it at my house. It is screaming fast. Okay, so the last neighborhood we're gonna feature is called Champion Hills. It is just off of McFarland. And this neighborhood is going to be a little less expensive. It's a little older. Now, in this section, you don't have sidewalks, but these are going to range in price, I would say on the low end, about $230, $235, all the way up to around $340. I sold a house back in the fall that had a pool, and I think it closed at $300. And if you run the comps again, the market is going so crazy, that same house could probably sell for about 15, maybe 20,000 more than it did just about 6 months ago. So this is a beautiful area. Most of these are brick homes, 2-car garage, no sidewalks like I mentioned, but it's a little less price point, but still a great neighborhood with a lot to offer. Okay, so what I'm driving on right now is a traffic circle. And if you live in Dawes, then you're gonna become very familiar with traffic circles. They are everywhere. And one prominent location here is Dawes Hardware that's actually on a traffic circle. And it's been in this community for a very long time. And we're gonna pull in and see if we can take a sneak peek. See what they got going on inside. Okay, so I'm standing here at Dawes Hardware. Now, if you're from this area, then you know this place is like a staple in the community. It's been here since the mid-'80s. It's got 3 owners, and the most recent owner, I was just talking with him, and he told me they're making some really big changes with some of the things that they offer. And so he said, hey, you gotta come inside and check it out. So I went inside, and they're really doing some great things. But this is at Dawes Road and Dawes Lane, right at one of those traffic circles. But if you're in this area and you're working in your yard, you need something, you know, this is the place to go. They're probably gonna have it. So actually right next to Dawes Hardware, actually just a few houses down, you've got Blair's Nursery. And I've been there a couple times. You know, I was like, what exactly do they have? Well, let me tell you, when it comes to plants and gardening, this place has just about everything. And I went there with my mom one time, actually. My mom's quite the gardener, and she could spend all day long there. So they have a lot of things there. Now, one of the things you'll notice about this area is there are a lot of houses, there are a lot of properties that are in what would seem like a residential area that also have businesses. So that's one of the things that makes Dawes unique, is you have a lot of houses that also double as commercial properties, and so I guess like a multi-use property. So this is actually one of those properties that's in a residential area, but it's a commercial property. So it's called the Venue at Dawes. It's actually where I had my 40th birthday party. So it's a place, you know, you can have birthday parties, you can have a beautiful wedding here. Just so many great different options in this property. You've got outdoor areas, you've got indoor areas. Really, the opportunities are endless. Okay, so we're in the parking lot of Hutchins Elementary School, which is pre-K to 2nd grade. And the cool part about this area is if you have kids that go to school in the public school system, you're going to get to know this road very, very well, because you've got Hutchins Elementary here, and then probably less than a quarter of a mile, probably 1,500 feet, then you've got Dawes Intermediate, which is 3rd grade through 5th grade. And so when your kids get school age, you better get used to this road. In fact, what they've done is they've just recently opened this up so that you don't have this bottleneck with traffic anymore. You can actually go through, you can enter off of Dawes Road and come out on this other section over here, which is Jeff Hamilton. So all of this is like elementary school row. You got pre-K all the way through 5th grade, and this is Dawes Intermediate here, and you'll get to see that both of these schools are relatively new, and they've got a strong PTA. They've got just a lot of great things about the school. You've got a lot of support from the community, and they have, you know, they have days where they'll bring in a lot of bouncy houses, just lots of community involvement. So great school area, a lot of involvement right here. Okay, so one of the last things I wanted to say about this area is, honestly, it's one of the main reasons people move here, is this is a place where you can still move to and get a little bit of land, get a little space between you and your neighbors. You'll see that some of these properties, you know, you've got half an acre, you look over here, you know, you've got more than an acre. In fact, there's some places that even have horses. So the Dawes community is still one of those areas where you can have a little breathing room. Okay, so I personally have lived in this area for about 18 years. This is where I do all my shopping. You got your Walgreens, you got your Regions Bank, gas station, and of course, you've got the Super Walmart, which is right over there. And the great part about this is this area, I mean, this is a great area. People, they move here specifically because of the community involvement. And the great thing is the Dawes area, they've got the annual Dawes Christmas Parade, and people, I mean, they really come out big time in support for this. Baker High School Band marches in it. You got all these dance, like dance studios. They march in the streets. They do all this. So a lot of great things. But one area that I've been coming to for probably about the last 8 years is Genesis Hair Salon. So I get my hair cut there. And so we're going to kind of show you a feature on the shopping center, some of the things they have in this area. You've got pizza, you've got ice cream, of course, nail salon. And with Genesis, they offer a lot of services as well as a boutique. You've got an AutoZone, you've got a Little Caesars, you've got one of the best donut shops in the area. So great. So a lot of what you need is in this area, and not to mention right down there, we've got I think it's called Pop Shelf. A friend of mine at the office was trying to describe it, and they said it's like a Dollar General on steroids. So we have one of those in this area, but a lot of great things in the Dawes area, as you can tell. I've tried to feature the neighborhoods, just a lot of the things that make this place great. So, but that's the deal, and well, I love it. Well, there you have it, folks. We are wrapping up at the Genesis Hair Salon in the area called Dawes. Now, I tried to shine the light on the schools, on some neighborhoods, some businesses, really some things that make this area as popular as it is, because it is a very popular area in the city and in the overall county of Mobile. Hey, but don't forget to like and subscribe, because each single week we're dropping a brand new video about this amazing place that I like to call home. I love it when folks reach out to me, because every single day I'm getting phone calls, text messages, and emails of people who have questions about the moving process. So don't hesitate, reach out. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can.